So hello and welcome to this small tutorial. I'll show you how I approach the painting of Marshall Helbrecht. I'm using a color scheme mainly inspired by the 3rd edition of Warhammer 40k rulebook. The cover artwork is from the maestro John Blanche, and I'm trying to emulate most of his techniques and color choices as far as I can spot them. This is where we will be at the end of this small tutorial, and if you want to paint along, you'll need Abaddon Black to base coat your model. I did that over a primer with Chaos Black, and then we'll use Mornfang Brown, Sundry Dust and Rhinox Hide for base coating, and Stegadon Scale Green, Skaven Blight Dinge and Storm Vermin Fur for the armor and the base coat of the tabard and cloak. And I forgot a part over here, but that's no problem. So this first session, as said, will be about layouting a model, get the first base colors down, see where we want to go, kind of a proof of concept if our color scheme works. In this case I need this because the kitbashed of this miniature is close to the artwork but not super close, so there will be a few details that I'll have to handle differently on the miniature than they are on the artwork, but basically you will be able to follow the full process of painting this Black Templar. So get out your brushes and paint if you want to paint along. Put on some music. I don't have any recommendations for you at the moment. Just listen to what you like. And I hope you can enjoy this video, and I hope quality is good enough that you can see the brush strokes and yeah, have fun. Hey party people, here we are painting the John Blanche 3rd edition cover Castellan or Marshall, whatever rank this guy might have. I'm going for colors very similar to the cover artwork, starting with Storm Vermin Fur as base coat for the outside of the robe. We'll probably need 2 or 3 coats. To get good coverage. The first main base colors are to see how we how we arrange the full color scheme, so to say. So all the base coats are close to the color I want each part to have, and thus I can lay out a little bit. There's no need to go into all the deep recesses on the back here, because I will probably frame with a lot of black. And I also put the second layer only to the front, so there builds a natural gradient so to the sides. Rhinox hide as a base coat for the inside of the rope, which will be red in the end. And the morphing just gives us a little bit more warmth. Then we'll have morphing brown for pistol and the power fist or power claw, or at least for the casing, as we want to have yellow and black hazard stripes on both of them. And last but not least, sentry dust for the shoulder pads. We're usually would go darker on the shoulder pads, but in his case they are white instead of the regular cream on black, cream with black trim and black cross. Cross will be white. And there will be gold ornamentation. So we probably could go with snakebite leather or something equivalent. So while these parts are drying properly, we'll focus on the highlight zones of the armor using staggered on scale green to block in the lightest areas. Of the armor. Might have had too much paint on the brush in the beginning, so you can see around here that the blue is quite hard, but that will blend when we'll add Skaven Blight tinge to all zones. Usually I'd listen to music, but as every one of you probably has his or her own taste of that, I decided to skip that. Usually when doing base coats and stuff like that, where I mainly have long brush strokes and large areas to fill in, I listen to slow rock, stoner, or something like that. And just go with the slow beats a bit. I think we got this covered all right. So we now add the Skaven Blight Dinge, and I will get us a little bit closer. So what I do is overlaying the blue a little bit with a rather translucent layer of grey. To reduce the overall blue blue effect with which we have outlined our highlight zones. The Skaven Blight is rather close to the blue. There's not much difference in volume. So I can be quite rough, if not to say I don't need to care at all where I apply it. It's like refining the blue undercoat and adding texture in one go. And wherever I have dark spot where the light won't go, I use Skaven Blight to edge highlight the armor panels, just so when we have a little bit definition down there. Mostly I try to hit the area between the blue and the black. Right where our stalker highlights will be later. Let's zoom out a little bit again, because I'm turning the model quite often. So here we go. So we've added all the volumes to the armor. I call them highlight zones, and we will frame them with our edge highlights in the next steps. So we are at the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you could follow along good enough. The next steps will be painting the hazard stripes, refining the armor, and putting the next few layers on top of the cloak. Where do we have, and sooner or later I will add the head to the miniature to get a more detailed color distribution. I tried to do a tutorial about painting the head too, but I didn't get too close or close enough that you could see anything in good quality. So you'll have to live with that. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Happy painting. Stay tuned and be excellent to each other.